This is a prime example of what happens when entitlement meets corruption and the criminal justice system turns into a complete cluster F at the end of it. This is a hot mess. That press conference they just held in Rio, a hot mess. This is neither side's hands are clean here. Ryan Lochte has certainly exaggerated a drunken affair. The police, I think, are way overzealous trying to protect the image of Rio in the Olympics. This is a hot mess and an embarrassment for both sides.
Yeah. But Ryan Lochte has a history of being kind of a dope, right? We know that. We don't even know what color his hair is. You know, that's more confusing than this story, frankly. But Jason, we got the language barrier. We've got, a lot of alcoholic beverages consumed, right, by Lochte and his boys. They don't know if it's a security guard or a police officer. A gun makes an appearance. We've got a messed up bathroom. I think this is an embarrassment, obviously, for Lochte and all Americans. But at the same time, like you said, overzealous police, they're in over their head here.
So many things are running through my mind when I listen to this story. Someone urinated on the bathroom floor at a gas station.
When does that not happen?
No. I've never been in a gas station bathroom. In my apartment right now, there's probably urination on the floor. A broken probably window or something or mirror in the gas station bathroom. Are you kidding me? Are things that great in Rio?
Yeah,
I live in Westwood.
It's a third world country,
It ain't that good in Westwood.
Jason.
That's all true. But then, drunken 32-year-old dude that still thinks he's in college. These guys acting like typical, entitled American frat boys.
But he's not the first or last athlete to cause a scene at 4 a.m. I mean, nobody got hurt here.
Again, listen. When you're representing the stars and bars, when you're representing those stripes and those stars, when you're representing the United States of America, you gotta remember that even at 4 a.m. when you're liquored up, look for ways to avoid conflict. When you're 32, if he was 22, I would kind of get this. At 32, when you're in another country and you're supposed to have some self-awareness about, hey, this is not the most non-corrupt police force in the world.
Stay in the Olympic Village, live it up.
Not just stay in the Olympic, but just avoid conflict, period.
Well, he needed to use a restroom at 4 a.m. We've all been there. Hey, I do want to defend his boys, though, right? They rolled over in a heartbeat, telling the Brazilian police whatever they wanted to hear. Listen, if I got yanked off a plane, of course not. If I got yanked off a plane and my passport was pulled, I'll tell them whatever they want to hear.
Listen, there's that movie, I think, Broken Down Place or whatever, about some girls that got broken down palace. They got incarcerated. That's like my worst nightmare. And again, that's why my mindset would be avoid conflict at all costs. Take the high road at all costs. Don't get in a dispute with anybody. Listen, they gonna make a mess. They act like typical American bratty kids, and some Brazilians saw this and said, this is BS. And they probably went out and called BS on these guys, and a conflict arose. Someone want $20, I think, is what they got from.
A little more than that, but $20 US is.
Yeah, but I don't. This was a hot mess and embarrassment for both sides. Move on, both parties.